Hey guys, it's Love Saloon here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this really cool Restless tied bracelet. This was created by Late Loomer on Instagram, who is such a fabulous, most creative, very talented designer on Instagram. I'll have her info below so you can check her out. You can see many of her other designs, and she does have a lot of flipgrams on her page as well, showing you how to create them. So definitely check her out if you haven't already. This bracelet definitely takes, I would say, less than 100 bands or so. And once you get the pattern down, I would say it's actually pretty easy to create. I love the look. I think it's very unique. You do have to kind of stretch it apart when you're done just to get that really cool wavy look to it. But without further ado, let's get started. To make this bracelet, you'll need any type of hook and just one C-clip. I'm going to be using my silicone bands, and I'll be using 3 different colors today. They're all from rainbowloom.com. So we're going to start with our first color, and we're just going to make a simple cap band. Now we're going to grab 3 bands, which is going to be that same color, and we're going to pull these 3 through the cap band, and then reattach. And you do want to make sure that they are laying in the correct order. Okay, so now we're going to go to our next color. I'm going to use gold. So we're going to pull this gold one through all 3. Before you reattach that gold, we need to pick up the 2 outside bands, place them on your hook, and now you can close off the gold. Grab another gold or another one of that color, place it on, and we're going to pull that through the first 3 bands. Now before we close this off, once again, we need to pick up the outside 2 bands. Place them both back on your hook and then close it off. So we need to add 1 more of that same color. So I'm going to put my gold on. Once again, I'm going to pull it through the first 3 bands. Before closing it off, we're now only going to pick up 1 outside band, place it back on, and now you can close it off. So it should look like that. So now you're going to want to turn your bracelet around. So get a nice good pinch of it. Slide it off and turn it around, like so. Now I'm going to go to my purple. We add 3 bands on to each little section before switching colors again. So this first time is going to be different from the rest of the bracelet. We're going to go through the first 6 bands, and then before we close it off, we're going to need to pick up the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th band. So we will be skipping over that 4th one. So grab your first band, pull it through all 6, trying to keep them all in their correct order. I'm going to turn my hook around. I'm going to pull the first band out of the way, and I'm going to pick up the 2nd and 3rd band, place them back on my hook. We're going to skip over this 4th band right here, so I'm going to use my hook to move it. And then we'll pick up the 2 outside bands, which will be band 5 and 6, and place them back on, and now you can close off the outside, like so. So our 2nd band for this time is going to go through the first 5, and then we're going to be picking up band 2, 4, and 5. So pull it through the first 5 bands, like so. I'm going to turn my hook over. I'm going to pick up the 2nd band closest to my hook and place it back on. I'm going to skip over the 3rd one, and I'm going to pick up the 4th band and the 5th, which are the 2 outside bands, and now close it off, like so. The last band we pull through is going to go through only the first 4. And then this one, we're only going to be picking up the 1 outside band. So going through the first 4, pick up the very outside one, place it back on your hook, and then close it off. So you'll be ending with 2 outside bands, the 3 in the middle, and that's how it will always end going forward. So get a nice pinch of it so we can flip it Place everything back on. And now we can work on this side. So I'm going to go back to my white. And now going forward is how it's going to be for the rest of the bracelet. So the first band will always go through the first 5 bands. The second one will go through the first 4. And then the third band will go through the first 3. So first one goes through the first 5 bands. Before reattaching it, we're going to pick up the second, third, and 5th band. So move the first one closest to your hook, pick up the second and third band, skip the 4th one, and pick up the 5th one, which is the outside band, and close it off. You're going to want to keep a little bit of slack on that band you pulled through closer to the end of the hook, because you don't want to lose it when we pull the second one through. So this is going to go through the first 4. And you're going to want to hold on to the outside band so that you don't lose it in there. We're going to pick up the second band closest to your hook, place it back on, reattach the outside band, and close it off. So now we'll add our last one on. This will go through the first 3. Pick up the very outside band, place it back on your hook, and close it off. Like so. So now we will flip it again. And I can promise that you will pick up on this very easy. At first I was very confused, but once I realized what it was that I was actually doing, I got it down pretty quick. So now I'm going to go back to my gold. We'll go through the first 5 bands. Before we reattach, we're going to pick up the second and third band closest to our hook. And we're going to pick up the very last band at the end, which is band 5, and then close it off. And now we can add on our second band. This will go through the first 4. Make sure you do not lose the band closest to the outside, so I'm going to hold on to it. We're going to skip the first band closest to our hook and pick up the second one. We're going to skip over the third. I'm going to place on the outside band that I was holding on to and then close it off. And now we can add our last gold, which is going to go through the first 3 now. And then we'll reattach the outside band and close it off. So we're going to turn that around so we can work on the other side. So here's my first band. It's going to go through the first 5. We're going to pick up the second, third, and 5th band. So move the first one, pick up the second and third, place it back on your hook. Skip over the 4th and pick the 5th band up and reattach. Grab my second band. This is going to go through the first 5. Grabbing my second band, this is going to go through the first 4. Hold on to that outside band so you don't lose it. Pick up the second band closest to your hook. And now you can reattach the outside band and close it off. And now a third one is going to go through the first 3. We're only going to attach the outside band and close it off. And as you go through, or you can wait until the end, you will have to kind of stretch it apart to get that detail. So now I'm going to turn it around. So we can work on this side. So now I'm going to go back to my white. So I'm going to go through the first 5. Going to pick up the second and third band. and pick up the 5th band, which is the outside band, and close it off. My 2nd band is going to go through the first 4. Grab a hold of your outside band so you don't lose it. Pick up the 2nd band closest to your hook. Attach the outside band you were holding onto and close it off. Now we can add our last band on and go through the first 3 bands. Reattach the outside band and close it off. As you go through, you are going to want to pull it so that the bands are laying properly, but you can always do that at the end also. So now I'm going to flip it. And work on this side. So I'm just going to kind of run through it a few more times for you. Okay guys, so if you have any problems, please watch the previous instructions. I do hope that was enough instructions for you to make this super cute bracelet. To close it up, you're just going to take one single band and we're just going to pull it through everything that's on our hook. I thought it still kept it looking consistent by doing it that way, and it's super easy. So pull it through all of them like so. And there you have it. And of course, that's where you would attach your C-clip. So you may want to also go through at the end and just kind of pull it like this. And that way you get that nice detail of that super cool design. Look how cool that is. I love it. So this is the Restless Tides bracelet, created by the very talented Late Loomer on Instagram. Again, I'll have her information below if you want to check out her page. You can find a lot of her other super cool designs. If you like this one here, please hit the like button below for us. And also tag Late Loomer and myself, Loves to Loom, on Instagram if you do decide to make it. We'd love to see it. So I do appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you all at my next tutorial. Thanks, guys. Bye.